They always said I'm wrong, but what they doing today? I think they want me gone, but I ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today. Da 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 da.
Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim for The Real Sports Talk. You can hit me on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST. Also like The Real Sports Talk on Facebook at facebook.com/TheRealSportsTalk. And check out TheRealSportsTalk.com for some great articles. Richard's getting some great baseball articles up. There's some NBA articles up right now. All the videos that come from this show are on that website, so you can go check them out there or on here or on both if you want to. So certainly that's a website that you're going to want to check out. Last night I'm watching the Eagles-Patriots Monday Night Football. You guys know, obviously, I am a big Eagles fan. And Michael Vick is rolling back, and I actually have a football right here, which I can basically demonstrate what happens. Michael Vick has a bunch of pressure coming at him. Funny, this is Donovan McNabb football. Michael Vick has a lot of pressure coming at him. He's rolling back, and just tries to get the ball out of there. And he ends up taking a huge hit to the ribs, a spot that has cost him, I believe, 6 games already over the last 2 seasons. And he has to leave the game. He went to the locker room. X-rays were negative, but the Eagles don't even have a bad offensive line. Yes, they lost all-pro left tackle Jason Peters for the season, but they still, with the exception of the questions at left tackle with King Dunlap and Demetrius Bell, they still have Todd Herremans at right tackle, who had a really solid borderline Pro Bowl season last year. You have Jason Kelsey, who was one of the best rookies in the NFL last year. So it's not an offensive line that is that bad. The first season Michael Vick got here, it was an offensive line that really wasn't good enough to hold up for Kevin Kolb. And Michael Vick almost thrived in the ability to run off of the offensive line collapsing, because as soon as it collapses here, Michael Vick just runs straight and is able to get out of the pocket and be explosive. Either on the run he can throw, or he can make moves with his legs. But one of the things that we realized here with Michael Vick very quickly was that he was taking a lot of unnecessary hits. He wouldn't throw the ball away, and he wouldn't give up on a play. And that's something that you love to see out of your players. But at the same time, there is a point where you say, okay, you know, Mike, we love the heart, we love the hustle, but we need you out there. And too many times we've seen Michael Vick over the last few seasons stand in the pocket too long rather than just getting outside of the pocket and throwing it away. Or he will he'll take a 2 or 3 yard run, which really in the long run didn't mean anything. On a 3rd and 6, he'll run for 2 extra yards and take a brutal hit at the end, and it just wears you down. I think the year that he finished second in MVP 2010, he seemed like he was worn down at the end of the season. Last year, he just really overall did not have a very good season, but he needs to stay back in the pocket when he can run for a substantial amount of yards. You got to take that. You don't want to take away the key part of a guy's game. When you can get outside the pocket and make a good throw, certainly do that. You're going to take hits at the quarterback position. This is the NFL. It's not flag football, depending on who you ask. But Michael Vick needs to sometimes just have the ability to give up on a play, throw it away, and realize, look, it's 1st down, there's 2nd down, there's 3rd down, and if we punt it away right here, it's not the end of the world. But the point is that I need to be out there on the field to help this team. I'm the franchise quarterback. I have the $100 million contract in a year where there are huge expectations for myself and my team coming off an extremely disappointing season last year with the whole Dream Team deal. So Michael Vick needs to be out there, and I just... There's times where I've seen him somewhat become a little bit smarter, but until he takes a full stance and realizes that, you know, I'm not going to continue to hold on to this ball as long where I can take all these hits. I'm going to just get rid of the ball in plays where I don't see anything available, where I use my check down options, still nothing that's really going to get us anywhere. I need to get outside the pocket and throw it away, and I'm just not sure that I trust Michael Vick to do that, which is why I don't think you can count on Michael Vick playing any more than 12 or 13 games this year. And I was talking about this on Twitter with a lot of people during the game last night, is I mean, really, Michael Vick, over the course of a 16-game season, if he plays more than 13 games, I would be shocked. I really would. And last year you had Vince Young. The view was that you actually had a good backup. In reality, Vince Young sucked, especially in that Giants game, except he had that late drive that helped them. And then you also had the Seahawks game where Vince Young played absolutely atrocious. But then you have, this year you have a few guys. You got Mike Kafka, you have Trent Edwards, and you have Nick Foles, who was a third-round pick. And so far, Nick Foles looks the best out of all of them, really. And that's kind of a scary thought, because Nick Foles was not a bad quarterback in college, but he was a third-round pick for a reason. He has some things to work on. He's got a cannon arm, no question about that, but I wouldn't say that he's ready to step in against the New York Giants Week 14 if Michael Vick is out for a week or two and win you some crucial games that keep you in the playoff run, or whatever the case may be, get you home field advantage. I wouldn't say that he's ready and able to do that at this point. It's a lot to ask of a quarterback that is that young. So Michael Vick, if you're an Eagles fan or just a Michael Vick fan, whatever, you need to be concerned about his health for this season. No question about it, because until he proves that he can throw the ball away, that he can just get down sort of Peyton Manning style and just kind of cover up and take the sack, the chances of him playing more than 12 or 13 games this season are not very high, and you better hope that the games that Michael Vick does get injured are not ones that are crucial, or they're games that are winnable by the backups. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, or at therealsportstalk.com. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything, youtube.com/Mr. Kelstar, and I will see you guys later.
Just a little place around the corner from fear.